What's going on, everybody? Alex here from UnrealEntGaming, here today to bring you yet another story. Welcome back to another episode of Memories, everybody. Today I will be discussing my experience in middle school. Now, a lot of people wanted to know how my middle school days were and how my experience was in middle school. Given the fact that I already shared my high school story, well, actually one of many high school stories, but nevertheless, let's get into middle school. Now, to sum up my middle school experience, all I would have to say is that, like everybody else, I definitely had some good times and bad times. Pretty much in middle school, that was when I discovered pretty much my overall niche and where I actually fit in terms of certain groups and in terms of actually making some really unforgettable and just awesome friends. And pretty much middle school has taught me to always, pretty much separate myself from certain people. You have to divide yourself, you have to divide the real from the fake, and I've definitely learned that over the years. And pretty much in middle school, especially when I was going there from 2003 till 2006, it was just starting to get wild. That was when I was introduced into gangs and whatnot. I mean, for those of you out there who don't know, I was a part of certain crews and certain gangs, and I'm not really going to get in depth with what was going on and what the name was and who was in it or whatnot, but pretty much when I was in middle school, I was definitely introduced into that lifestyle because given the time periods of 2003 to 2006, that's when a lot of rap and hip-hop music was influencing the young people, especially me for one, along with everybody else, and middle school wasn't always, something that you thought was going to be, all calm and, organized. No, pretty much to sum it up, my middle school was chaotic. There were riots, there were fights. Imagine a bunch of 13, 14, 15-year-old kids, just literally fighting and rioting and gangbanging and doing all sorts of stuff. And actually, to everybody's surprise, nobody died during this whole thing. I mean, surprisingly, right? But I would have to say that middle school was definitely an experience that I will never forget. I mean, I've had some glorious moments. I mean, I had some of the most unforgettable moments, in that school, and I met so many great people. You know what I mean? I met so many great kids, and I still keep in contact with some of them till this day, but most often than not, when it comes to girls, because for some weird reason, the girls that were, in our school back in middle school then were so beautiful and so pretty, but now, going, 8 years later, it's like, what the hell? The girls back then that looked pretty then are hideous and ugly and really slutty now. I mean, it's very, very, very sad. I mean, I can just go off with some names right now on some of the pretty girls. I mean, girls like Monica and a girl named Kathleen and just a girl named Amanda. And so many of these girls went from being just drop dead gorgeous and cute to, now becoming all used up and slutty. And it's kind of sad to see how, society ruins people in certain ways. But nevertheless, I mean, there were some moments in high school where I thought that we'd all get in trouble because we would have auditorium meetings with the deans and the principals and whatnot. And I remember we had this one dean, because we had academies. We had 4 academies, Academy A, B, C, and D. It was always Academy A and Academy B that always had like the biggest beef, you know what I mean? Like, and we would be on the same hallway, everybody would fight, sometimes deans would get hit, cops would get hit. It was crazy. It was really, really crazy. I mean, mind you guys, remember, I went to school in Brooklyn, so it's like, that's how it is, that's the lifestyle. I actually didn't go to school in Ohio or Tennessee or California or Washington or Oregon, no offense to that, but you know what I mean? I went to a very harsh school. And I remember there were moments where I thought we would never have a prom because sometimes the deans would actually get involved and threaten us, the kids, saying that you guys were never going to have a prom. If you keep this up, you're never going to have a senior trip and all that stuff. And because, like, it was so bad. And I remember we had this one dean that everybody hated. I think her name was Dr. Fagan or something. Yeah, Dr. Fagan. That was her name, Dr. Fagan. She looked like a crossbreed of Lady Gaga and like Chris Brown. It was just terrible. But often than not, people would curse around the hallway. I mean, there were so many things. And actually, that was when I had my first fight, was in middle school, because I remember, to make a long story short, some kid named Robert was pretty much bullying me until I pretty much told him off. So one day, right before we were about to get off and, you know, go home, he pretty much entered my classroom. He got in my face. We started talking shit, blah, blah, blah. When he pushed me, that's when I hit him. And that's when we started, like, fighting and whatnot. I remember my heart was throbbing. Like, you know, the adrenaline actually goes through your body because for the first time, you know, you experience something like that. But for those people who are still in middle school watching this video, just cherish your time, because time just goes by very, very fast. I mean, that's something that none of us can have on our side. You know, time can actually be very consuming in terms of life, because the next thing you know, you're in middle school, and, you know, by the blink of an eye, you're in high school, and you're an adult, and you're having kids, and you're married, and all that stuff, and you die. You know what I mean? So middle school was so great. I mean, I went to a school called IS 77, and I remember our school actually had problems with another school, so our students would fight other fucking students from other schools. It was so insane. I mean, and I used to be a part of that. I used to do the same shit. I was so small and scrawny. I wish I could go back in time and see myself, you know, do these things, just so I can slap the shit out of myself. Like, literally, if I can go back in time and I were to see, like, the younger me run around with these people that are no longer my friends, I would literally stop everybody in their tracks. I would line up all of those douchebag wannabe thug kids along with myself, and I would slap every single one of them with the force of 1,000 Zeuses. I'm not even kidding you guys. But middle school actually treated me good. I had a very good prom. I had my very first senior trip, so that pretty much led me on to high school, and I was very happy. Although I had some amazing teachers, we had teachers that really didn't give a fuck. We had teachers that would sit there and let us argue and fight until it was over, and then the teachers would actually get involved and say, hey, you guys done? You know, now it's time to learn a lesson, and we have like 5 minutes till the bell rings. So it was an experience that I would never trade for anything in the world. But definitely a moment in life where I can just look back and say, wow, those were some of my greatest highlights, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have highlights as well. That's why I want you guys to leave a comment in the comment section below on some of your highlights in middle school. So that pretty much sums that up, guys. But thank you all for watching this episode of Memories. My name is UnrealEntGaming. If you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all the latest news, information, and updates. If you guys enjoyed the video, as always, hit the video up with a like and a favor. Rape that thumbs up button. Don't forget to check out my previous Memories episodes, guys, because I have tons of them on my channel. More is coming. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, on some of the things you want me to recall in my life, whether it be a girl moment, whether it be a moment where I was in the theaters or with my friends or whatever the case may be. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. But thank you all for watching. I'm telling you right now, just recalling middle school, it was just... and the fact that we actually all had different color t-shirts for every academy, so like, you know, we would actually, you know, tell the difference between who's who. So I mean, people would just rumble over t-shirts. It was absolutely insane. I mean, if I can go back, like I said, I would just sit back with a bowl of popcorn and I would just sit and enjoy the entertainment, because it was some shit back in the day. Anyways, guys, I really hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more, and I'll be seeing you all later.